How would you describe how y'all played today?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Terrible on my behalf. Probably one of my worst games of my whole career. Just came out flat. Didn't have any energy. Didn't lead the offense the way I should have. So, no, I always got to look at myself in the mirror and be honest with myself. And it's not good enough today. So, is what it is. Can't hang my head down, but just got to keep going.
What do you mean? You didn't lead the offense as you should have. Did you feel you're getting frustrated with some of those early misses?
No, I just kept missing. Just wasn't making throws. And at the same time, I gotta find a way to stand in there stronger and make those throws. Just some miscommunication with me and some of the receivers, but ultimately, it's up to me to make the throw when guys are open. So, yeah.
C.J., how do you put this one behind you before the playoffs begin in 4 weeks? But more importantly, how do you get back to straight before next week's practice going to Tennessee for the season finale?
That's the only thing we can do. There's nothing in life you can go back on and redo. So it's all about how you respond. You hit rock bottom. The only way is up. So, and we're still have a lot of hope, man. At the end of the day, we clinch our division. And still have opportunity to go in the playoffs. So, got to finish this year the right way against Tennessee, and hopefully, by that time we're in a groove and rolling when the playoffs come.
This is a tough question to answer right after a game, but was there anything that stood out that you feel like anything tangible that you all could fix, that you all feel like is fixable at this point?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, it's really our execution. It's not really anything that the other team does, but just what we put out on the field. So it's a lot of things to fix, and we'll be able to have these hard conversations, and when the week comes by, to have those and get things ironed out.
C.J., what has been the difference for you between year one and year two as far as performance on the field?
You tell me. I think I've tried to approach the game the same way I did. And even I think I'm seeing it better than I ever have. Just a little banged up, so I'm not really making plays, and that's a terrible excuse, but really just not making plays. That's really the difference between last year and this year for me, is just not making enough plays. So, there's times where, the plays are to be made and there's guys open and I got to find a way to, make the play work, make somebody miss, or do something just that I'm capable of doing, and winning us a football game, that's really, up to me to lead our team in those times where guys are open and, ultimately it's just me making plays. That's really how I look at the difference between this year and last year, which, can be fixed.
Take 3 more players.
As a team, does a loss like this late in the year worry you?
No. What are you going to do? Cry and weep about it. And, of course, it's not easy, but at the same time, it's part of the game. Sometimes you go out there and lay an egg, and it's not easy to sit out here and say that. But that's what happened tonight. We just didn't play well at all from the first play to the last, and it's part of the game. Things happen. I'm sure a lot of people in their careers have had this type of game before. So I'm not going to sit here and act like this is just foreign, but it is necessary to wake you up, and that's what it's going to do for me and this team.
CJ, when things are going poorly like that and fans are booing from the home crowd, how does that affect y'all as a team, or does it affect you?
You know what? People are entitled to their opinions, and they care about the game, and their emotions matter. So I understand. It's not my first time, and probably won't be my last. So it's not something to internalize and point the finger at yourself. But it is something that you can use it to motivate you to not want those moments anymore. So I got plenty of football left in my career. Hopefully, God willing, and I know this is going to be a story I'll tell one day that helped me in the long run. So it's part of life, man. You hit a lot of valleys, and then you have a lot of mountaintops, and it's cliche, but they say there isn't. What is it? There's not sunny days if there's not days with rain. So this is a rainy day, but at the end of the day, the sun will rise up tomorrow. We have another crack at this thing next week, and keep rolling.
CJ, a lot of teammates said that the energy was low. At what point did you sense that, if you agree, and how did that perhaps have an effect on you all's play throughout the game?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I thought we came in with good energy, like from the locker room, pregame, and just wasn't really. I was excited to play on Christmas, my first time. Last year I was out, so I was excited to play. And then on prime time, one of the first Netflix games, I thought that was pretty cool. And I didn't really feel our energy down until probably like right before half, and then we came out flat. Then I threw the interception, which made it worse, and so. Those are things that we can control. We can control how we approach the game. We can control, our execution. We can control, our X's and O's. And, so I got to look at myself and if I'm not the one bringing energy and I'm being an energy vampire, then I got to check myself in those moments, So, it is what it is. We'll learn from it and, move on. All right.